Otherwise, you're talking about potentially let the opponent start at the positive 45. So this is straight into the end zone. Will be good field position for Robert Ford in Orlando.
Double right motion, lead draw right.
Auto.
Paxton Lynch, the starting quarterback, hearing the plays from his offensive coordinator, Robert Ford. Logan Carter and Jermaine Martin in the backfield. Early carry for Martin, who's one of the tops in terms of yards per carry so far this season.
B3. B3.
Hold him. Hold him. Hold him. Hold him. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You saw Paxton Lynch checking the wristband. The wristband's a new addition for the Orlando offense this week. Swing pass, complete, and a seam to the 50 for Dedrick Thomas.
Huddle.
No, just left. Double right.
Almost got a high low.
Belly right. No, I'm sorry, double right, belly left. Belly left.
So you hear that belly left? It's going to be an inside zone to the left. An inside run.
Martin up the gut
Good,
to the 45-yard line for the former star from North Carolina A&T.
Double left, belly right. Double left, belly right.
Robert Ford told us coming into this game that Orlando may be the best offense on the planet on opening drives. They've scored touchdowns on both of them. Lynch will keep. Here's a new wrinkle, and the former Memphis Tiger and first-round pick of the Broncos is good for 7 yards. Now for the Arlington Renegades, taking a look at their defense. Coordinated by Jay Hayes. His brother John, the offensive coordinator. Play calls going through that man, the former Stetson Hatter, Donald Payne, tackling machine. Lynch, a bullet over the middle. Payne meets Cody Lattimore on impact. Lattimore, former Broncos teammate with Paxton Lynch.
And you heard Donald Payne communicating with inside linebacker Colin Schooler. He said, man, I might be out here a little bit, but then the motion said, nope, never mind. They emphasize communication on this defense.
Hey, I like the play. You hear me?
Another quick pass. Latimer, the spin, and dropped by Will Hill, former Florida Gator and NFL vet.
Here we go. Let's go. No combo 52 buster. No combo 52 buster.
And that combo that you hear, usually that's an upfront game, a pass rush game. It's going to be a text and an exit. The outside edge rusher on the left is going to come underneath. On the right, the outside guy is going to loop around.
Lynch, definitely a holding there on Payne, and the flag comes in. That will be against Donald Payne. Let's listen.
I did not mean to touch
flags.
Yep, spot foul. Spot's good. The foul occurred downfield, right?
Defense number 18. Penalty is a first down at the spot of the foul.
Donald Payne is asked to cover a lot. You heard him say I did not mean to touch him. Well, by rule, if you have a twist or a turn of a receiver, it's going to be a penalty. He plays inside linebacker, but this defense requires him to cover receivers often. And so coverage has to be big for Donald Payne. He has to be better with his hands.
Orlando on the opening drives, 2 games, 2 touchdowns. They fizzle after that. Lynch will keep again, cutting it up, will not be able to elude number 53, Darnell Sankey out of Sacramento State.
That's a joke. Gonna be scooped. He's tight.
Here we go.
We did take a part though.
Empty right, gone right. Double smash. Wide read.
Block, duel. API. 53. Damn, that's crazy.
Some of the talk you hear is Xavion Furcrom, the center, communicating.
Inside pressure, Lynch stands tall and on the money, connecting to Logan Carter out of Oklahoma State.
Logan Carter.
Double right, mojo, draw right. Double right, mojo, draw right.
And these words are simple. You hear double right, that's the formation. But then that draw right, it's going to be a draw to the running back, to Jermaine Martin.
Martin, 4.7 yards per carry. But this one's going backwards, nowhere to go. Second big play by Sankey.
2nd and 15.
Hold him.
7 personnel. B, let's go 34, 34, 34.
Here we go. Hey, flank left motion. Charlie 3, 088, H flat. Hold on.
Block. Yeah. Block.
Great. Wait, no.
18.
Back's on the wrong side.
Heard the correction from Ford that Martin was lined up on the wrong side. Lynch is going to check down, and it's dropped by Jermaine Martin. A little push afterwards. No flag.
Hold him. Good protection.
Frisco Jet. There we go. Frisco Jet, 59 choice. Frisco Jet. Ned, 59 choice.
Hurry up.
So 3rd down, Frisco, pass rushers. Get to the quarterback.
Great.
That's what the jet means in this.
53.
Need to get it inside the 10. And we got a whistle and a flag.
Delay game on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Let's go twins right, ace, Seattle. Twins right, ace, Seattle.
Ace right. Hey, look. 18.
Third and forever for Lynch. Lynch will pull it down and get inside the 20-yard line to make it a more manageable field goal attempt for Jose Borregales.
Field goal.
Guardians were moving.
Block right. What's up? Block right.
The tackle for loss certainly set them back. Here is the former Lou Groza Award winner out of Miami, Jose Borregales, who's 0 for 2 on the season. This from 35. His shortest opportunity of the year. Up and good. Borregales gets his first. Orlando strikes first. And Paxton Lynch, despite the struggles offensively, every time you see a sideline interview with him, handles it as well as you possibly can. Arlington with the return just north of the 25. And here's Kyle Sloter out of Northern Colorado getting the start.
Hey, we got a push. 44. Hey, 44. Hey, bro.
His offensive coordinator, John Hayes, in the booth for the first time this season. Early carry for Davion Smith out of Michigan. Jared Willis with the stop, 2 yards.
Let's go. Steer 2. Steer.
Play ball
2.
then. Don't fucking cheat. Shut your bitch ass up. Come on, baby. Go double. Go double.
Quick pass, Sloter to Tyler Vaughns, and a couple more yards. Vaughns, one of the all-time leading receivers from USC.
Let's go. Z short, 2 jet, Z drive, F sail. Still on cheetah.
Gun double left, Z short, 2 jet, F sail. 44. Rock. Single. Yeah. Go.
Sloter hit as he throws. He was looking for Jordan Smallwood, and a flag.
Staying cheetah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go. Colt 3. Colt 3.
Need to put your hands on.
Double right.
Double
Double right.
Y'all back up. D tackle can't hear in the fucking.
Yeah, I passed him to you. I tried to pass him.
Spots here. 44. Penalties, first
It
down,
should be
small foul.
double. They should remember double.
And that's a PI on Terrence Plummer.
Terrence Plummer, he's supposed to, so once you see the receiver coming across, you have to anticipate that he's going to keep on going.
Oh, come on, man, from back down.
And these are the little things that have driven Terrell Buckley nuts in the early start of the season, the unforced mistakes.
Remember last week, 8 first-half penalties, 14 overall. That's what's hurting this team.
44.
Back to the ground. Davion Smith. No Keith Ford, who was released by Arlington this week.
And we got over, invert 3 state. Over, invert 3 state.
And this is big with Davion Smith limping off the field.
Tracks. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, single. Hey, Steve. Watch this right here.
Kenneth Farrell with his first carry for the Arlington Renegades this season. Former standout from Houston.
Get your ass back there. Hey, shut your bitch ass up.
We got gun double right, 200 jet. We got gun double left, 300 jet, Z smoke, F wave, F1
Hey, 44. Single.
Sloter, quick pass is going to be close to the sticks, looking for Brandon Arcanata. That's going to be 4th down.
Hey, 4th.
The Arlington fans want Bob Stoops to go for this.
Well, you realize that if you punt it right now, this team is thinking about field position. We remember last week all the penalties for Arlington and even some of the missed opportunities in the special teams game. They're trying to win the special teams battle, the field position battle, which is why you punt here.
Marquette King, the punter, former All-Pro in the NFL. Flag before the kick. Justin Rogers from inside the 10. Rogers upended at about the 17.
We have legal formation on the kicking team, so we can either tack that on or re-kick. So what do you want to do?
Tack it on from the 18 to the 23 or re-kick? He wants to re-kick.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. This 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. It was 4th down.
So as we wait for everybody to get reset, let's explain our scoreboard here. You will see the 3 dashes below the teams. Those are the timeouts remaining. Under that are the challenges. You have 1 challenge a game. You need 1 timeout available to make that challenge, and you can challenge anything, including penalties. You'll see the spread, Arlington favored by 8, and then the total, the over-under, is at 37.
One of the tough parts about punting again and covering again is that these guys are tired, and so you wonder, why would Terrell Buckley want that ball repunted? Maybe you get a better return rather than tacking off the 5 yards.
Already better field position to collect this punt. Maybe another yard, but had to work hard for it was Justin Rogers. The Orlando offense has not been good. Back to the ground, Martin tries to take the right side backwards. Let's check in with T-Mac.
Thank you. Here with middle linebacker Terrence Plummer. What did you make of that opening drive for your defense?
We did what we were supposed to do. We've been prepared for it. We came out physical. We got to maintain that for the rest of the game.
Linebackers coach Mark Snyder was talking to you. What did he say?
He said, you know, make sure we get our calls, make sure we getting everything lined up like we're supposed to. We stay sound. We should be good in this game. So that's going to be my job to help out, and my teammates going to help me with that too.
Thank you. Lowell?
Taylor, thank you. Lynch was solid on the first drive. Martin hit from behind. The ball is out. Arlington with their 7th takeaway of the season, but we've got a flag down at the 5.
16, good spot. 16.
He's declined. The result is an interception and a 1st down for Arlington.
Holding on the offense decline, and for the 7th time this season, Arlington grips and rips.
This is what this team does. Arlington has won games or got back into games because of forcing turnovers. Number 30, Edmund Robinson. He comes out of the stack. What that means is you're rushing the quarterback, now you got to go make a tackle. His eyes are on the ball. Boom! That hit changes everything.
Edmund Robinson, former Division II star out of Newberry. He was a 7th round pick by the Vikings. Slaughter with great field position at the 16. Over the middle. That's his main man, Sal Cannella. They were one of the most prolific duos in the USFL.
We're at it. We're at it.
Absolutely love those looks.
44.
And that was the do-it-all Donald Payne with the recovery. Farrell, full head of steam, down to the 5. He'll have enough for the 1st down. Renegades, this is how they score. Every touchdown they have this season is a point off a turnover. Either a pick 6 or after a takeaway, a touchdown. And that is Stavion Smith checking back into the game.
And sometimes that becomes your identity. People say, well, these turnovers.
Jumbo. Let's go jumbo. Let's go strong right 34 duo fine.
You focus on taking the ball away. It's a skill that can be acquired.
Hey, we're strong right 34 duo fine on the quick. Ready?
Hey, 73. Hey. No, go double deuce.
Left side of the line is Cannella. To the ground. Smith, jump cut, chip it away.
There you go.
Hey, straight two. Straight two, straight two.
Spider
Straight two.
all cross, all one, right?
You heard that fudge and that all cross.
Single. Draw left.
Here we go.
I form with Nate Becker, the tight end, in front of Smith. They'll throw. Slaughter to the end zone, looking for Canella. It was behind. Decision time on fourth down.
Sometimes you talk about these plays. You want to get all your big guys in there, but then an all-cross, run a passing route. Unfortunately, this was behind Canella, which is why the ball wasn't completed. But it worked as far as Orlando had their big personnel. You heard them say Grizzly in the game.
That will set up Taylor Russolino. Russolino, 12 for 14 in his XFL career going back to 2020. 21 yards to get the Renegades on the board. And it is good. We got a tie game at 3. If you went with the under with 33 seconds left in the first quarter, you're feeling great, Sam.
Feeling great. One thing that I love is the way that Orlando has started this game. They're not attacking the strengths of Arlington, which is their corners. They're focusing on the run game. Then Arlington doing what they do best, taking the ball away and creating points off of turnovers.
All but 6 of the points this season by the Renegades are points off turnovers.
And some of those turnovers have actually been game-sealing turnovers. Week 1, Devontae Bosby, number 41, had a pick 6 to seal the win. And then last week, 3 turnovers in the second quarter kept them in the game.
And the main thing for Arlington and Bob Stoops here, they're not in a major deficit early, so they can keep the ground and pound approach. Oh! Justin Rogers took a big hit last time. He was back for a return off the punt. See if he gets some room here. Placement is the name of the game for the kickers. Don't want to put this out of bounds and give the opponent the ball at the 45-yard line. So looking to squeeze this in between the 20 and the goal line. No one can move until the ball is caught. This one goes into the end zone. Kelvin Taylor, the running back with Paxton Lynch, and here is the son of the great Fred Taylor. And nothing doing. Stout up front for Arlington.
Let's take the quarter. Don't snap it. Do not snap it. Do not snap it.
52.
Do not snap it. He knows it. He know it. He know it. He knows it.
Ford wants Lynch to take this one all the way down and go to the second quarter. And the veteran quarterback will. Lynch play action. Lynch will go down. Swallowed up. Will Hill was there along with Bunmi Rotimi, who was just signed this week.
Will Hill lives in the backfield. He had a huge tackle for loss last week. We talked about offensive line. This is Will Hill on the tight end, winning inside. He's a defensive back, but he knows how to live in the backfield, get after quarterbacks, and win his one-on-one.
Hill, an absolutely great player at Florida. Rotimi out of Old Dominion. Delay. A good defense up the middle by T.J. Barnes, a mountain of a man. And that will bring up the punt. This is Mac Brown to punt. Johnny Townsend was injured on a roughing call last week. Joe Powell back deep. Gunners are not allowed to leave until the punt is off. Powell, big hit, but he takes it to the 45-yard line. And Renegades with great field position.
Okay. 45.
We now welcome in Dean Blandino, VP of Officiating. Dean, when it comes to the kicking game, what are the rules based around when it comes to the punt returns?
Yeah, whether it's punt return or kick return, we really want to incentivize the return, keep the return in the game. So for kickers, don't kick to the boundary, right? The kickoff out of bounds, punt out of bounds, especially inside the 35, is going to be punitive. And that was the goal, right? Keep the returns in the game.
Dean, you're killing it. We appreciate the insight. Sloter scrambling, and will get positive yards on first down.
You can't keep doing this. Can you take field goal steps or 2 steps or something?
What he's saying is, though the first 2 kicks, we've seen them go, the kickoffs, been in the end zone. That means the offense gets better field position at the 35-yard line. So that's why he's saying, hey, we need that inside the 20, but not in the end zone.
Back to work for Smith. Hardy gain up the middle.
Dean Blandino talked about some of these rules to incentivize returns. Well, one of those rules on the kickoff is if the ball goes into the end zone, that's called a major touchback, the ball comes all the way out to the 35-yard line. So you have to kick it, whether wind or what have you, it has to be in the field of play.
Arlington 0 for 2 on third down. Empty for Kyle Sloter out of Northern Colorado, making his first XFL start. Tight window secured by the former Washington State Cougar, Brandon Arconada.
Brandon Arconado out of Washington State. He tied the single season record at Washington State with 700-yard receiving games.
78 catches in his final year. You want to take a guess how many he had before that?
I don't know.
4. Definition of a breakout year.
46.
Here's Smith. And now Arlington starting to lean into that Orlando front 7. This is their style of play.
Steer 2. Gun double right, steer 2.
You hear they want to lean on that run game, and Orlando's saying, hey, their goal is to limit 60 yards or less rushing.
Smith with 5 games of NFL experience under his belt. Sloter, quick toss to Adrian Killens. Killens out of UCF. Knows all about football in Orlando. 3rd and short. Smith. And the Wolverines got the first down. Now we talk about Kyle Sloter and his experience, first start in the XFL. He's actually been on the active roster in the NFL with the Lions and Vikings, but did not get in-game experience.
He's been on 7 different NFL teams, undrafted in 2017, has experience, but hasn't been able to get on the field.
40.
Sloter, he's an athlete, throwing on the run, the comeback, and that was well out of bounds, and a flag.
21.
Your flag good? Flag good?
Is your flag good?
Pass interference. 21 of the defense. Penalties, a first down at the spot.
17.
Karina, we go with this spot?
Clock's going.
Sub in the game.
Now we talked about challenges. This is a play that Terrell Buckley could challenge.
Single 40. Single 40.
To see if that actually was a PI. Into traffic. And Orlando stands on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. You got deuce left, fake 97, naked right, F slam on one. Zoro.
So you're that naked call. It's going to be a naked boot. Fake run. He's going to run out. No blockers in front of him.
Single.
Slaughter was a kick returner and punt returner before taking over a quarterback in college. He's got a man in his face. Slaughter, tough angle. He's got his go-to man, Sal Cannella, out of Auburn.
Let's go. Let's go Balboa. Let's go Balboa. Let's go Balboa.
Cannella led the USFL tight ends in receiving yards when Slaughter was his quarterback. Smith, not much going on 1st down.
Stay on it. Come on. Whoa, Shaq. Shaq, stop holding him. Get your freaking hands off of him.
4th and 1. All the tight ends in for Arlington. Smith hitting the backfield. Ball is out. Still out, and it's going to be whistled at the 10-yard line with no recovery.
Yeah, remember, on 4th down or in the last 2 minutes of the half, there's a rule, either a 4th down fumble or 2 minute. Only the fumbling player can recover in advance. And since number 77 for Arlington recovered, he wasn't the fumbling player. It comes back to that spot. The play is blown dead. That's why the ball is at the 10.
Dean, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You got it.
And Jacoby Jones was one of the players that T-Buck pointed out coming into this game. He's been a force defensively.
He's had limited reps, but every time he's gotten in the game, he's made plays, getting sacks, affecting the quarterback, tackles in the run game. That's what this team has been looking for.
Jermaine Martin, 1st down. That's a solid gain.
Belly right. Double left. Belly right.
You hear that word belly again. And inside zone, inside run. This offense is leaning on the run game, not attacking the outside.
Back to Martin. And Edmund Robinson, who had the earlier forced fumble, got there quickly.
What starts to happen is the defenses adjust.
Here we go. Let's go.
Third and 5 for the Guardians, who are 0-2 on 3rd down. Lynch. Oh, big thud. Charleston Rambo brought it in, but Donald Payne made him pay. Move the chains anyways.
What's interesting about that play, yes, it's a great catch, but it's the protection. We have not seen this kind of protection for Paxton Lynch in either of the last 2 weeks. So some of the changes that we've seen for this offensive line have been effective early on.
And Robert Ford, the OC, told us shorter and easier passes for Lynch this week.
29.
Lynch, low, looked like it hit the turf, incomplete to Latimer.
Huddle.
One of the things you hear 53, 29. That's the center.
Press right.
Calling out who's the Mike linebacker. Which way am I sliding to? Which way am I going? Who am I going to block? That helps the entire offensive line.
And until it's inside 2 minutes and a half, the clock runs after incompletions as Eli Rogers on the ended round slips one tackle, gets a couple of yards. So you see the time ticking away, even out of bounds. You look at the over-under, and you took under, and you wish that clock would stop.
Level bulldog.
Hey, flank right, ace right, 794.
Lock. Hey, I know you got 100. You got 50. Hey, 29. Go right. Look.
Lynch out of breath calling the plays. Former first rounder by the Broncos, and we will have a timeout.
Timeout.
Clock was winding down.
Prior to the expiration of the play clock, timeout, Arlington.
18.
Lynch with time. Behind Rodgers. Did Rodgers make the catch? He did. Eli Rodgers, former Pittsburgh Steeler, with a gain of 19.
We up there, look.
Hey, base. Here we go. Tight, Sam B 33. Base.
So what that means, base, you're going to get your 3 down linemen. You see those big guys coming in. Tight, Sam, the Sam linebacker, which is to the tight end, is going to blitz off the edge. Me, that Sam says me, I'm blitzing. 33, you're in cover 3.
Lynch feels the pressure. He's got an open man. Connecting to Lance Lenoir. Joined the team before the last game against San Antonio. That's his first catch in the XFL. Out of Western Illinois.
11 personnel, B1.
Sam, is this the best rhythm we've seen Paxton Lynch in this season?
Night and day. What we're seeing right now is night and day from what we've seen the first 2 weeks. He has time in the pocket to make plays.
29.
Pressure, blindside, he felt it, and it's on the money to Charleston Rambo. The all-ACCer from the U.
Right motion, lead draw right. X now.
See, he felt the pressure, so Paxton Lynch, he knows it's coming, gets the ball out quick, and then Rambo makes the catch. But what's happening is he feels protected, so his feet can be calmer in the pocket.
Should point out, started his career with Bob Stoops at OU.
No, ace it.
Delay to Martin. Left side, Martin. And we got a flag coming in. Arlington saying it's a hold on Orlando.
Holding. 59 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty still. First down.
That's the center, Xavion Furcron. And I know this is making Terrell Buckley's blood boil.
But he has to be happy with the changes on the offensive line, the time that his quarterbacks have in the pocket. That has to be pleasing him. I understand the penalties, but this long sustained drive is the first one we've seen past the first series in either of the last 2 games.
They made changes on the offensive line. They brought Brett Boyko in out of UNLV. He gets to start at left tackle. It allows him to move Abdul Beecham, number 77, from left tackle to right tackle, where he's more comfortable. 1st and 20. Quick pass by Lynch, and that's back to Rambo. Fitz, what do you got?
Lowell, this line on this game opened at Arlington -8. It is now down to Arlington -3.5 to 4 at Caesar Sportsbook. And now it's down to 2.5, I'm told. So, Sacho, I wonder with this offense right now, the communication from offensive coordinator Robert Ford not going through Shane Matthews and just a direct communication now, how that's kind of streamlined the play calling here for Orlando.
Yes, and if you're listening, you're saying, man, these play calls don't sound the same as the first 2 weeks.
To Martin, following the big boys on the left side, and the ball is stripped. Arlington says they've got it, and they do. Give them another 8 takeaways for the Renegades defense.
If we like averages, this is the law of averages. They had 3 in week 1, 3 in week 2. They say turnovers, takeaways, they come in bunches. Watch this ball get knocked out and recovered. Arlington has won games this way, and sometimes if you don't have a rhythm offensively, or maybe even defensively, you find ways to make plays. That ball looked like it was knocked out by his own teammate.
It was. That was Fred Eloina from Oregon State. His left elbow got into Martin, and that knocked the football out. Josiah Coatney recovers. Wow. So Arlington forcing turnovers when they're not even involved in the hit. Sloter, quick strike. That's to Canella.
You get it how you live. Any way you can get it, you take it.
2 minute now. We go to the college rules in terms of the clock being stopped after first downs and on out-of-bound plays. Sloter, some RPMs there to Canella, and they are growing more and more comfortable with each other. Arlington has 2 timeouts to work with.
Hey, leave.
Sloter floating. We got a flag as that throw was long to Arcanada.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 13 of the defense. This is a 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
So that call, obviously, there's going to be a whole.
Wristband 36.
You can't make contact after 5 yards. That contact after 5 yards is going to be an illegal contact 5-yard penalty. Sometimes you do that because you're out of position. So you need to move up a little bit if you're going to reroute a receiver.
Line.
Third Orlando defensive penalty resulting in a first down.
Yep. Lead. Yeah, but slide to it.
Right side pressure, and Sloter's just going to have to spike this one. High snap. Davion Smith right up the middle, following the blocks of Cameron Hunt.
Now trying to match him.
Let's go gun double left, 3 jet, pivots.
Number 6 rat, compete. Backer, lean, backer, cut 80.
Cut 80, that means the inside linebacker is going to go to number 80, so they're going to have him double teamed when you see these pivot routes come in.
Looking for Tyler Vaughn's incomplete. What are you seeing so far from Sloter in his first start?
I'm seeing him protecting the football, but also hitting Sal Canella. They had a connection even last year in the USFL, but more importantly, Sal Canella has been effective this season. 11 catches, that's in third in the XFL out of all receivers. He's also third in receiving yards.
That will set up a punt with 1:04 left. Marquette King lets it fly. No one can leave until the punt is off the foot of the punter in this one. We at the 15. So 56 seconds. Orlando has all 3 timeouts.
Okay.
How aggressive do you think they are?
Well, they have
11
not.
personnel.
11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back. They have not been an aggressive team.
Quick Eights, Houston, Ohio, okay? Quick Eights, Houston, Ohio.
What you do is first play, you try to see if you can make a play and then get some momentum to continue that drive.
And with ball security issues, that has to be paramount. Lynch, quick throw, Latimer, lost it, incomplete pass.
Because the thing you don't want to do is give the other team good field position when you're in, we call it the black zone. You're backed up.
Here we go. Let's go. Rush, read Tom, 52 straight. Rush, read Tom, 52 straight.
Hey, watch the check down on the back. You heard me, Shaq? 52 straight. Rush. 52 straight.
Donald Payne alerting his defense to watch the check down.
Take him.
Kelvin Taylor is the running back. Delay. Taylor with some room to run.
God, they hit me in the back.
That's a gain of 8 yards.
Let's go.
If you went with the over, I'm sorry. You will be sweating out the second half.
So you're at super text and 1 peel. That means whoever's on the edge to the running back is going to peel if the running back releases. You got a man-to-man. Super text should be 2 inside defensive tackles going one way, and then 1 guy on the outside looping around.
Third down for Lynch to Latimer. Latimer showing the burst out of bounds as well to stop the clock. And he's at the 47-yard line. Gain of 25 for the former Indiana Hoosier.
So you hear plays like super text, that's a blitz. You're bringing 4, 5, even 6 people. So you're going to have to be one-on-one, and you have to win your one-on-one. Latimer knows that. He knows the middle of the field is going to be open, and they had a great connection.
But now are you kicking yourself that you didn't use those timeouts?
Even.
I mean, obviously content just to go on the break, knowing they're tied and not trailing.
And that goes with that mentality of being, whether you're being aggressive versus playing it safe. And we've seen this team first couple weeks play it safe. Now they're trying to open up the playbook a little bit more.
We're good.
6 seconds for Robert Ford and his Orlando offense. Lynch steps up and is just going to throw this away as he is hit by Sankey. We got 1 second on the clock. See the Guardians teammates checking on their quarterback. Surprised that we haven't seen DeAndre Francois at all?
I'm not surprised based off how this game is going. We heard from Terrell Buckley, head coach of the Orlando Guardians, that they're still evaluating the quarterbacks, but this offensive line change has allowed Paxton Lynch to look more comfortable. And so if you're comfortable, there's nothing to change right now. He's driving his offense down the field, and some turnovers have hurt them.
And as Orlando takes a knee here, any doubt this is a win for the Guardians in the first half. Borregales will kick it away. The kicks have been interesting going in this direction as Russolino for Arlington put 2 in the end zone, which brings the ball out at the 35. This is going to be dangerously short. Killens lets it go all the way back to the end zone. So since it bounced inside the 20, it's not going to be as good of field position for Arlington.
They're calling this a minor touchback, so the ball will come out to the 15-yard line. Major touchback is if the ball gets kicked in the end zone. Minor touchback is when it bounces into the end zone after hitting the 20-yard line.
So that kick is really as good as you can get for Borregales, but it's dangerous because if that had backspin, and even if it lands inside the 20 and then goes back towards the 25, you're talking about taking over at the 45-yard line.
And the team is allowed to move after 3 seconds if the ball hits the ground. And so all of a sudden the return team and the kickoff team will start to go get the ball.
Hey, 44. 8. 1 ace.
Kyle Sloter got the start over Drew Plitt.
No, you got double.
He's 8 for 11, but only 40 yards. Heavy formation for Davion Smith, star out of Michigan.
Are you coming ace on that?
Fitz.
Well, this game opened and then closed around 7.5, 8 at Caesars, with Arlington being favored. Right now, it's around 3. Hey, Lowell, that's a great middle right now. If you want to play Arlington, it's a 5-point swing. I'm in.
The 8-point spread, the largest by far that we have seen coming into a game this season.
Hey, y'all got 46.
And offenses have been exploding in week 3. They've grinded to a halt here. Nice route, Sloter putting it on the spot to Lawan Winningham, his second catch of the year out of Central Arkansas.
And let's go wristband 11. 11 big, wristband 11.
Now, why are we seeing Hayes in the booth this game?
Well, last week he was down on the field. He said, man, I want to be more clinical. I want to get away from all the noise.
Y'all got 46.
I'm going to go up in the booth and see if I can dissect the game that way. And we're seeing benefits.
Slaughter cannot escape the pressure from Terrence Plummer, the UCF Knight, with the sack.
And one thing that people forget is on the sideline, there's yelling, there's screaming, there's noise, there's all this pressure. Up in the booth, you can be quiet by yourself. You can look at things, you can see more.
Hey, over invert 3 stay. Over invert 3 stay.
First sack by Orlando in this game. That's now 9 sacks allowed on the season by Arlington.
Watch the crack, Matt. Watch the crack.
Came into this game with only Orlando allowing more. Uh-oh, Smith in trouble. Flex on him. Why don't you, Terrence Smith? The Florida State Seminole, a guy with 38 career tackles in the NFL, makes a stop.
He's been playing well all season, and the coaches pointed out he's one of the leaders on this team, even amidst the 2-game loss.
This is an entirely different Orlando team. The struggles of the first 2 weeks are behind them. Slaughter playing it safe with Smith. Smith to the 30-yard line where he's brought down by Matt Elam, former Florida Gator and NFL star.
You heard Tony Carter, defensive coordinator, say to Matt Elam on that last play with the seconds waning down, watch the crack, watch the crack. That's the difference in the XFL. Coaches can talk to players all the way down till the ball is snapped. And not just one player like it is in the NFL. They have multiple players have headsets that they can hear from.
The big leg of Marquette King on a line. Want to keep this one out of the end zone, but it's going to go into the end zone, so we're out at the 35. Let's take a look at today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Hey, alert to push. You hear me? Block right. Block right. Hey, when I'm in, Will, I can give him the call. I ain't got it. Hey, give me a call.
Donald Payne, that man is a tackling machine out of Stetson, 3-time All-American on the FCS level. He had 538 tackles in his career.
He had 30 tackles in one game. One game.
Orlando on the ground. Good second effort there by Kelvin Taylor. Let's check in with Taylor McGregor.
I'm here with Keith Wagner, offensive line coach for Orlando. What about the adjustments you guys made on the line this week have worked?
Well, we brought in another player, and that's what we've been doing. We've just been upgrading our talent. You know, the guys that we took early, you know, they were good players, but, you know, we needed to upgrade. So we took Brett Boyko, who played in the NFL for 3 years, and he's a starting left tackle, and he's really solidified that spot right now.
How do you feel like it's changed Lynch's pocket presence?
I think a lot of times because now he can be confident to sit back there and he doesn't have to worry about guys being on him right now. I think that's given him a lot more confidence to set his feet and throw because he's really a big-time quarterback.
Thanks, Coach. Bull?
And a big body at 6'7", 244, and putting all of that into Shakur Brown and Joe Powell. That's been a wrinkle we've seen more. The legs.
Yeah, he's kept the ball more. Remember, he's a first-round pick. He's big, he's tall, he's long. He hasn't used his legs as much this season. Now he's getting able to do it.
22 yards on the ground for Paxton Lynch. Now showing the arm. Good blitz pickup there by Taylor to keep Lynch clean. I give that man credit.
Frisco. Oh. Here we go. Let's go. Load Strongs. Sting Blue. Load Strongs.
Jay
Load Strong.
Hayes
Sting Blue.
Sting Blue.
has coordinated a terrific game. His Renegades D forcing 2 more turnovers. Toss. And a solid run by Dedrick Thomas.
Hey, let's check it.
Double left motion. No, let's just go twist
left,
scat left, Y option 5.
Scat left.
Did you hear that? We got a check. What was that?
So it sounds like on the defense they're saying, hey, if we have this blue call, which looks like it's a cover 2, and we have this formation, a condensed formation, meaning all the receivers are tight, we need to check out of this cover 2 and get someone else down in the box.
Orlando has converted their last 3 on 3rd down. Lynch off the back foot. That's his go-to man, Cody Latimer. They were twice neighbors in Denver when they played for the Broncos.
And many of these calls, going back to that last call, that check blue, it has a... It has a...
I picked up the 36. Yeah. Nice choice.
It has a check based off of formation.
15 players on each team get the communication devices. It's up to the teams to determine who will wear them in their helmets. This week, Orlando has decided every receiver on the roster will get a headset. Because there's a lot of newness with this offense. Lynch hit hard, brought down. Darnell Sankey and Josiah Coatney are there. Sankey out of Sacramento State.
One of the issues with trying to take a shot downfield is that you have to have protection. You see running back and you see tight end going over to block, but they weren't able to keep the protection long enough to get the shot downfield.
And Will Clark out of West Virginia, the guy they call Pops, had some of that early pressure as well.
53.
Over the middle, nearly picked off. It was right in the breadbasket for Sankey.
You want Buster?
That went right through the hands.
Let's go. Rush.
Come on, let's go. Hey,
that would have been takeaway number 9 on the year. Third and 17. Do you play this like you've got 2 plays?
18.
Makes it a little more interesting with the dynamics of the punt, not wanting it to go into the end zone. And let them take over on the 35. The lofted pass for Rodgers. He was covered downfield by Shakur Brown.
Damn. I'm gonna tag you one, baby. Come on, get up.
Defensive slugfest. That man has his defense helping him bring in a new year. Celebrated his birthday on Friday.
He did, coaching alongside his brother, John, at offensive coordinator.
Killens calling for the fair catch. There's contact as well. That's going to be a flag as Killens called for the fair catch clearly.
After the play was over, I had personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team number 80.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team number 80. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play. It's automatic first down.
The only thing Terrell Buckley could add is that he's been adamant about having a multi-quarterback system, and Dormady did not want to be part of that approach. Aggressive tackle for the Guardians defense here, and they're showing some fight. Lakia Henry with the stop. So with all these distractions, what do you think about the job that Buckley has done?
I've been impressed by how efficient his team has played. We heard a lot of one play at a time mentality, and that's what they're doing. They're not worrying about the outcome. They're worrying about what they do on this next play.
Buckley also knows the camera showed him. Audio picked him up. Visibly frustrated. Told us as Farrell gets the carry, he's a competitor, and that's going to come out during games. There was even a moment with Eli Rogers on the sideline where Rogers said, "I'm not coming out," and Buckley responded to that.
All right, rush 6 rat, rush 6 rat.
They found out after the game, though, that Rogers was talking to himself, trying to motivate himself, and they cleared that air.
Leverage, Mike.
You heard Tony Carter saying outside leverage. That wrap means you're going to have a defender on the inside. Everyone stay outside. You have help on the inside.
3rd and 6 for Kyle Sloter. Clean pocket, and it's tipped and eventually swatted down by Balin Buchanan, son of the former NFL great Ray Buchanan.
Sometimes if you can't get to the quarterback, you can get your hands up. You see Savion Patton, I believe that's Tigray Scales on the other side, getting their hands up and deflecting the ball. Even if you don't get a sack, there are ways to affect the game defensively.
Scales with 5 games under his belt in the NFL, last in 2021 with the Steelers. King will punt, lets it rip from the 30. Last time in, it was into the end zone, which Orlando got great field position at the 35. This a little bit better. It is her. Here's Paxton Lynch back to work. Good time, working downfield. Good adjustment, and the catch is made by Jalen Smith. He was signed on Wednesday. The former Louisville Cardinal making an instant impact.
I've been so impressed by this offensive line. And yes, we're going to talk about Paxton Lynch, but specifically Abdul Beecham moving over to right tackle. He looks a lot more comfortable in his sets, giving his quarterback time to make a pass.
But when you break the 50, this is where dreams go to die. Both offenses have struggled when breaking midfield. Lynch, quick toss to Thomas. Thomas, 2 men beat, 3, big hit, he's still up. Dedrick Thomas with the effort of the afternoon, 11 yards, and 3 dudes juked out.
That was that fake toss we saw earlier, then Dedrick Thomas doing the rest. You're seeing defenders drop their heads. That if you're not looking at the guy, you cannot tackle the man. Keep your head up to make the tackle.
Before he started Mississippi State, Dedrick Thomas picked up the nickname Sweet Feet, and we see why. Back to the ground. Nothing there. Sankey with the stop. We've said his name a lot.
Double right, Seattle. 12 speed. Double right, Seattle.
Ozzy, 59 State.
Block.
Orlando has not scored a point in the 2nd or 3rd quarter this season coming into the game. Lynch dumped down to Taylor. Taylor with a nice move inside. Upended. And that is Darnell Sankey from Sacramento State once again. And a quarterback sneak here on 3rd and short. The spot is going to be close for Paxton Lynch. Let's see what we got.
So it looks like it's short. The red hat, the ball spotter, is marking Paxton Lynch short.
Here we go, 4th down. Lynch gets it this time easily.
Hear those big nasties in the middle.
Hear Furcron? So we got the center Xavier Furcron mic'd up.
Let's go.
B-18. B-18. B-18.
He worked for that 1st down. That man out of Southern Illinois.
Block. 52.
Orlando has to find something extra here. Comeback incomplete, as Lenore was the intended receiver.
Hey, right here.
Tank left, power right. Tank left, power right.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Let's go. Ozzy, 59 State. Ozzy, 59 State.
Power right, so you believe it's going to be a power to the right side, pulling the left guard and running it behind the tight end to the right side of the ball.
Taylor with the carry. Taylor with a good initial burst. He's got it at the 20-yard line. Will set up a 3rd and manageable. Will Hill calling Schooler there with the stops.
Let's go, 11 personnel. 11 personnel. Twins right, scat right, wide option 5. Twins right, scat right, wide option 5.
So why that tight end is going to have an option route. Can go inside, can go outside.
That tight end is Cody Latimer. Inside for Lattimore. Lynch has him. Lattimore still up inside the 5.
And they call that play based off what's the leverage of the defense. If the defender's playing you outside, you could stick them and then go inside. If it's going to be a zone, then you know you're going to sit down in the zone. Latimer's looking for that zone to sit in.
Arlington trying to bow up.
By the way, Sacho, Marvin Sanders, quarterback coach for Arlington, was screaming at his guys, get inside, get inside. Where'd they get beat? Inside.
Inside.
Lynch looking for Dedrick Thomas. Thomas didn't see it. That's going to bring us to the 4th quarter. Lynch, the draw. Lynch is in. Guardians take the lead.
That 6-7 frame from Paxton Lynch means a lot. What's going to mean more, you're going to go for 1, 2, or go for 3 on this conversion.
And keep in mind, Orlando has not converted an extra point this season. They're 0 for 4.
Middle.
So you pick your yard line and the hash. 1 point from the 2-yard line, 2 points from the 5, 3 points, the June Jones special from the 10. This will be a 1 point conversion here.
Inside zone, you heard them say, that's what that Buffalo call is. Now you got a tight end. It's going to be an inside run. You think you can get 2 yards on this run?
Taylor, the running back. Lynch backing up, still up, directing traffic, and will be dropped. Guardians 0 for 5 on extra points this season.
Fake the inside zone, go for the pass. Unfortunately, it did not work out. Now, 6-point game. What does Arlington do to come back? Colin Schooler's all over it, gets the takedown.
And Colin Schooler made a lot of plays like that at Arizona and Texas Tech. And we saw this more in his days with the Memphis Tigers. Lynch with the run game.
Former first-round pick to the Denver Broncos. Big-bodied quarterback.
Here's T-Mac.
Thank you. Another design QB run. We've been seeing them all day. How do you feel like that has impacted what your offense has been able to do today?
Yeah, it feels good. We've done a good job staying locked in. Nobody's lost focus. We've continued to push the ball down the field. Just, kind of hurt ourselves with a couple turnovers and penalties. But when we don't hurt ourselves, it always ends up in points.
How have the adjustments to the offensive line impacted the way that you feel back there?
I feel good. We knew we just had to continue to work through things. Every single one of us was making mistakes on offense. We just continue to get better each week, and that's what we'll continue to do.
Thanks, Paxton. Lowell?
Killens to the 25-yard line, and that's what a leader sounds like.
And he sounded like this even in the midst of rotation and not playing well early on and having someone else being a quarterback.
Now the pressure shifts to Kyle Sloter. Sloter out of Northern Colorado. Been active in the NFL with the Lions and Vikings, but no game experience.
44. 44, yep.
This is first XFL start.
38.
Come back and Vaughn's falls down. No flag. FX Snowfall is back for his 6th and final season, where a few threatens to destroy the Saint family. Every Wednesday at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on FX, also streaming on Hulu. Sam, how does Sloter get going with the offense here?
It takes momentum, and I think it takes Sal Cannella, who has 11 catches on the season, have another 2 or 3 so far today. They have a connection. He's got to get back to his go-to.
Short pass to Arcanata. And Arlington, the fan base, they've showed up on a beautiful day Some feelings of unease right now. We know that's what Stoops is feeling as well.
Hey, that's a kicker ball. Hey, that's a kicker ball.
Look at that guy.
You hear him saying that's a kicker ball. They have the wrong ball spotted, right? They have different balls if you're going to kick it or run a play. That was a kicker ball, so the clock's going to be lifted up again.
We got a great look with Ian Fitzsimmons yesterday on how the quarterback selects the footballs they use in the game. And talk about precision. Sloter, not precise there, but a flag. Tyler Vaughn's, there was contact with Balin Buchanan. Let's see.
20 defensive pass interference.
For 20 in the defense. Penalty is first down at the spot of the foul.
Fitz, how detailed was Sloter picking the game balls yesterday?
Well, this is not going to surprise Sam Macho, a former linebacker, right? But, I mean, quarterbacks are very picky when it comes to the footballs. He had 30 balls that he was testing out to pick 8 to use during this game, and he was so detailed. The first one he threw away, I didn't feel a difference between that one and the one he called game ball 1. So quarterbacks, as Plitt is just walking by me right now, they're picky like pitchers when it comes to a baseball, when it comes to the footballs they're going to use during a game.
And he was seeing differences in the dimples.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it was insane, man. Again, the first one he threw away, I didn't feel a difference between the one he called, ball 1, the one that his favorite football. I did not feel a difference.
Well, it was funny because Fitzy threw the ball to me and said, "Now, do you feel anything?" And I didn't know which one he had said yes, which one he had said no to, and I tried to figure it out. I could not figure it out. And I do have to say, I think it was a little mental, but hey, if it works, it works.
Well, you cover baseball all the time, T-Mac. You know how pitchers are with baseballs.
Yeah, that's why we see pitchers throwing out balls at an all-time rate right now.
But somehow he knew that was a kicking ball. Whether he saw the marking or just by feel, he knew something was off. Sloter, just with one full season under his belt in college at the quarterback spot at Northern Colorado after transferring from Southern Miss, he was playing kick returner and receiver before getting his shot at quarterback. This is what Arlington has wanted to do. They haven't had the chance in the early part of the season because they've trailed by so much.
And Sloter had 9,000 yards of offense in high school, 6,000 passing, 3,000 rushing. Things just didn't work out in college. His team was 0-12, new coaching staff. Now he's trying to find the right team while he's finding the right ball.
But did you see the arm on the right side of the screen? Taylor McGregor throwing dimes. 13 minutes left, game on the line. Orlando up by 6. Smith, left side, sheds a couple of tackles, and this will set up a 3rd and short.
That's the bread and butter for this Arlington Renegades offense, a stretch to the left or right. The outside linebackers have to win against tight ends. If you blocked one-on-one, the play's always going to get 6-7 yards.
And the player is down. Gerald Willis, defensive tackle out of Miami.
Got water?
We'll be right back from Arlington. Good work there.
Are they there? Can they hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so when you guys were doing the segment on the kicking balls, Orlando challenged the pass interference flag, and we let the ruling on the field stand, so they lost their challenge for the game, and they lost one timeout.
Okay, so Orlando challenged the defensive pass interference.
Yeah, the one that was called, yeah.
Okay, they lost and they lose the challenge. Okay.
Can you talk on why they lost it? It looked like it wasn't a flag.
No, the contact was early. We had a good
okay.
shot. If you look at the all-22, the contact was early before the ball arrived.
Got you.
Yep. So Dean, we'll set you up on that if that's okay. At a break.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Sure. So Frank, you're going to have to give him the ready for play for it. Oh boy, who was the guy that got called for?
All right.
30 to the field or 30 back?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. Welcome back to Arlington. Take a look at the bottom left part of your screen. You'll see there's no red dash under Orlando. VP of Officiating, Dean Blandino. Please explain why.
Yeah, so we had a challenge. Remember, the coaches can challenge any officiating decision. We had a flag down for defensive pass interference that resulted in a first down for Arlington. And Coach Buckley challenged that it was not. We had early contact. I was able to confirm that the contact occurred before the ball arrived, playing through the back. And it was a good call for pass interference. So Orlando loses the challenge, and they charge one timeout.
Dean, thank you.
You got it.
And that was Balin Buchanan with that early contact. That seemed pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, if you're from this angle, it didn't look early, but if you have all the different angles, you say, well, yeah, the contact's early, and any early contact equals pass interference.
Huge 3rd and 1.
Hey, Rambo. Hey, I'm going R.
And another sneak this time by Slaughter. He's got plenty of yardage to move the chains. Following Cameron Hunt, his center, who's mic'd up.
Get in the fucking huddle.
So when you're watching at home and you just hear the audio completely drop, that means someone has said a naughty word. Slaughter pressured, and he is down. Gerald Willis, who was hurt just a moment ago, comes back in with the sack.
Sometimes we call this a crush rush. You see Gerald Willis pushing, also Stanley Mapanga on the outside. Just go right down the middle and collapse the pocket. Now the quarterback doesn't feel comfortable. There's nowhere to go. He tries to step up. You disengage and get a sack.
And that is Willis on Horton, so 2 guys with NFL experience going at it. Quick pass to Vaughns. Vaughns cuts inside, reversing field. Cannella with the block. Vaughns, a little cut, and he's got it at the 46-yard line.
Positive play. One thing we heard from the Orlando Guardians yesterday, they said we want everyone to run to the ball. You see Mapanga running to the ball. Everyone on that defense, Murphy running to the ball. Even if you miss the tackle, Plummer running to the ball. One of your players is going to make that tackle.
222 catches in his career at USC. That's number 3 all time.
Hey, 12. Fence.
3rd down. Slaughter over the middle, wide open to Caleb Vander Esch. You know that name here in the Metroplex. His cousin, Leighton Vander Esch.
Correct. 6'1", 210 out of South Dakota. Finding the soft spot in the zone and making the grab.
Cannella to the 30. The Auburn Tiger making his 5th catch of the afternoon.
We're tired as fuck. Yeah.
Hey, Lowell, Sacho, also, Canella wouldn't even be on this team if it wasn't for Kyle Sloter. They were teammates in the USFL last year, and Canella's name wasn't on the draftable list. Sloter talked him into it. Here he is, leading this team in receptions right now.
Leading the XFL tight ends in receptions and yards. 2nd and 3 for Sloter. His first XFL start. Back to Van Der Esch. Van Der Esch. First down. He was cut from the St. Louis Battlehawks roster in training camp. Now he's getting his spot and his chance with the Renegades. Arlington, the 8-point favorite. The total probably out of the question. And that is Kenneth Farrell falling forward. This is the NFL style when it comes to down by contact. So we saw Farrell, the knee touched, but he is not down until he's touched by an opponent.
Hey, we going field stacks, fire zone. Field stacks, fire zone. Match it, match it, match it, match it.
See here, that fire zone. It means it's going to be a 5-man pressure. Match it. Hey, when these receivers cross.
No, you don't match it, Mike. Sail route, Mike. Matt, sail route.
Sloter, right side, Vaughns, end zone. Taking the contact, but staying up to celebrate. Fight on, Tyler Vaughns.
So what happened on that play, you're going to see Farrell release. Well, in the fire zone, usually have a player that's over number 3. Farrell's a number 3 receiver, number 2 on the weak side. So not the receiver, but the next receiver in. Well, as soon as that person releases, you see Terrence Smith has to release from that zone, and then there's a wide open play for Vaughns.
And Arlington will elect to go for the 1-point conversion from the 2-yard line. For the lead. Smith, flag on the play. Smith keeps fighting. He's in the end zone. We'll have to wait to see the result of the penalty flag.
12 on defense, DTM. Defense too many. We're going to decline it. The try is good.
So too many players on the field for Orlando. And Arlington has taken the lead.
Penalty is declined. Try is good.
Well, it didn't matter how many dudes you're putting out there. He ain't stopping Davion Smith there.
He made the rest happen. Hell of a play. Lowell, Sacho.
Thank you so much. Justin Rogers at the 15. Rogers gonna be tripped up, and a flag is down at the 25. Hey, real quick, make some sense of what we just heard from Sloter.
I got 36 tackle. Yeah, take
receiving team. 26
okay,
yard
the end of the run is right here on the 25.
So Sam, we're gonna have a hold.
So when you talk about when they said getting that skinny, spraying the skinny, that means getting that running back out, and then all of a sudden that skinny post, move your receiver inside. That's the weak spot of a fire zone, that skinny post. Like I said, if that inside.
Holding. Number 36 of the return team. This is a 10-yard penalty. It will be 1st and 10 for Orlando.
If that inside linebacker has the running back in the backfield, he can stay in that vicinity and keep that ball from being thrown. But all of a sudden, that running back releases, you have to go. The ball has to come out fast. Like you said, he looks off the safety. He's looking in the middle of the field. Get that route a little bit tighter for the touchdown.
Sloter and Lynch both coming off their best drives of the afternoon. 7:51. It's a 1-point Arlington lead. Play action for Lynch. He's used the legs all day. He's going to do it again. Lynch to the 20, good pickup on 1st down. First 3 episodes of the 9-part docuseries Player 54, Chasing the XFL Dream, are available now on ESPN+. Award-winning director Peter Berg brings you inside the creation of the league and takes an in-depth look at the players and coaches living their dream of playing professional football. To get ESPN+, go to ESPNplus.com or download the ESPN app. We know drives like this, Paxton Lynch, thankful for his opportunity, thinking about getting back to the NFL, where he was a 1st-round pick by the Broncos. Carried by Taylor, 1st down for the Guardians.
And to your point earlier,
let's
Lowell.
go, Lebanon Bulldog,
Here we go.
Let's go, going right.
Let's go. Let's go, Toby Hack, 3C. Oh, let's go, latch. 56 latch.
Block over there. 18.
Lynch over the middle, caught by Latimer. Indiana Hoosier, Super Bowl champ 2015 with the Broncos with the first down.
Double right. Let's go San Fran, Quincy.
Every defense has a weak point. And so the reason you hear offensive coordinator Robert Ford call certain plays, he says, okay, I'm going to attack the weak point of what I think they're going to run.
Revamped offensive line. They have played fantastic. Is this picked off? Arlington with the takeaway. And it's Devontae Bosby. He had a pick 6 in the season opener, comes up with his second interception. But wait, we're saying incomplete pass. I'm sure this is going to get Dean Blandino and his crew talking.
Put the ball down and we're going to wind it second.
Put the play clock at 25 and wind it. Middle.
See, I got the ball hands apart. Right there. See the hands apart, great call. Yeah. We're good, we're clear. We got the ball on the ground between the hands.
So, Dean, you said great call, complimenting your crew. This is a huge opportunity for these officials as well.
No question. And here's what we told the coaches, is that on a play like this, when it's reviewable, we're going to be looking at this. They certainly can challenge, and I think Coach Stoops is going to challenge this, but we're going to be looking at this, and if there's any doubt, we'll stop the game. But that's the best look. You've got the hands apart, the nose of the ball is going to touch the ground, and he doesn't have control.
Thanks, team. We'll let you get back to work.
Thank you. Frank, he's challenging it.
So this was also a point of emphasis by Dean Blandino in the last week. And he told us they're going to review plays like this. So it's almost telling the coach like Bob Stoops, keep that challenge in your pocket because we've looked at it.
But even if they say they're going to review it, you still know this is a momentum-shifting play. Devontae Bosby had the game-sealing play in Week 1 to make the win. He's got 6 years of experience.
Incomplete pass has been confirmed. Arlington is charged with their first time out at the half, and they lose their challenge for the remainder of the game.
So they do challenge it, and that does two things, right? Tight game, you lose a timeout, and you lose the challenge.
But it's still worth it. That's a game-changing.
But is it worth it?
I think it is. I think it is.
If the VP of officiating has made the point that we're going to look at these plays, and they obviously looked at it, haven't you just wasted a challenge?
No, because the Orlando Guardians were already running a play right now. And so, okay, I need you to take another look at that. You may not have seen all the angles. Even if you say you did, I'm going to risk it.
Lynch, new life, but brought down. Relentless effort by Willie Taylor from Eastern Kentucky. This man is still draft eligible. He just wrapped up his final season this fall.
Willie Taylor's a star. He has every pass rush move in the book. You saw that. He starts upfield and goes inside. If you go watch him last week, you see moves like a long arm, using one hand to run the offensive lineman back. You see a side swipe. This dude is a star in the making. He had a sack last week as well.
As DC said, that's what you look for in an edge rusher. Third and forever for Paxton Lynch. Good, loud crowd here in Arlington. Lynch skirting the line of scrimmage, pump fake, and here we go. It's 4:49 left. That scramble, does it make you think about going for it? And the answer is no.
Punt safe! Punt safe! Punt safe! Punt safe!
You hear that punt safe call? That's defensive coordinator Jay Hayes saying, hey, they may fake it. I get it. They have the punt formation out. Keep our defense out there. We're going to run a safe coverage. Don't change personnel. Defense, everybody eyes on that punter, eyes on your work.
This is Mac Brown out of Ole Miss with the punt. Johnny Townsend was hurt last week on a roughing call. Fair catch caught. It takes a friendly bounce for Orlando. And so Arlington, they're going to be backed up. That's as good as it gets for Mac Brown. We've been talking about the punts, exactly what you're trying to do if you're a punter in this league.
All the punts we've seen have been usually between the middle of the field so they don't go out of bounds. Well, that punt, it took a friendly bounce.
Taylor.
Coach, why did you guys decide not to go for it there on the 4th down?
We're down 1. It's 4.5 minutes left in the game. Defense is playing well. Not their last drive. Figure we could stop them and get in field position.
Thank you. Lowell?
T-Mac, thank you. They got the field position. They got the timeouts. But will Kyle Sloter stay hot like he was last drive, going 6 of 8 for 52 yards in his first touchdown?
Kyle Sloter is doing what he's brought here to do, which is control the ball, control the tempo of the game, make the proper adjustments, and keep it from the other team.
From the 10, Davion Smith, ground and pound. This is the position the Renegades want it to be in.
Run off the ball. Take that over, you know what I'm saying?
Same thing, same shit.
Colt 3, trips right, Colt.
Lowell, Sacho, 4-minute offense right here, trying to close out the game. Sacho, you've been here.
Yeah, when you mean 4-minute offense means the clock's going to run. You don't want the other team to get the ball. And so especially in the XFL rules where the clock still runs on incompletions out of bounds until 2 minutes, you can run a lot of clock off of the game.
Nice snap. Sloter handles it with ease. There's Vaughns. He almost spun out of that tackle. He's going to set up a 3rd and medium.
Hey, 3rd down. 3rd and 3. All right, we stand in base. I got you. Hey, we got
risk.
Green 44, 45. Green 44.
Take your time in the huddle.
So Hayes wants him to milk that clock.
Hey, 3-by-1 backside.
Base.
Biggest defensive play coming up for Tony Carter and his Guardians defense.
Hey, let's go rock. Rock to
Fire zone, that's at single high. So they're going to maybe attack the seams again like they did on the last play.
No, you're good.
Play clock at 3. Sloter, nice and easy. Vaughns again. Tyler Vaughns has a go-ahead touchdown, and he's got a huge first down.
Personnel. Let's stay 11. Stay 11. Let's leave Nate in here. I want him.
So the clock continues to move even on an out-of-bounds play until it gets to the 2-minute warning. Then it will be the college approach. They will have to take this snap before the 2-minute warning. Davion Smith, the Michigan Wolverine, not much on first down. And will Orlando call a timeout before the 2-minute warning? I believe they have, and they do.
Hey, go double 44. Let's go, A to 8. Go B.
2nd and 8 for Kyle Sloter. Sloter will keep. Here's the pursuit and a fine job in the open field by Tigre Scales. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another huge 3rd down approaching with Arlington clinging to the 1-point lead as Orlando looks for their first win of the year. Vaughns in the red sleeves has been the go-to target in the second half. Going that way to Smith. Smith stopped around the 30-yard line. And so Orlando will get the football back. They've got 1 timeout remaining, and they also have the benefit of the college rules inside 2 minutes.
See the contact, he almost stays up, but that backside is down by contact.
Marquette King, the most experienced player in terms of NFL time on the Arlington roster, is going to punt this away. Orlando has called their timeout. So they will stop the clock with 1:52 left. But with these rules, with the clock stopping until the ball is reset after first downs and incompletions and out-of-bounds plays, you're feeling pretty good with this clock situation.
This is your typical 2-minute situation. The clock will stop out of bounds, and actually it's atypical because it has the college rule where after a first down, the clock will also stop.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Hey.
Justin Rogers is back deep to return.
4th and 5, you hear them saying, watch the ball. Why? If you jump off sides, a 5-yard penalty equals a first down. So watch the ball. It don't have to be early. This could be a game-changing play.
King with 84 NFL games under his belt. He's got a booming leg. On display, this is gonna back up Rogers to the 10-yard line. What a kick. Rogers spinning, trying to stay up to the 25, and that's how it's done by Marquette King.
11 Bulldog, 11 Bulldog. 11 Bulldog.
11 Bulldog, that's a personnel. 1 tight end, 1 running back. Bulldog, that's the kind of running back.
Orlando.
Let's go, shoot 9.
Guardians trying to set up Borregales for a game winner with 1:39 left. Lynch has been fantastic. 214 yards and electric on the ground. That's complete to Thomas. Clock will keep going.
Florida.
That's Borregales, the former Luke Rosa Award winner at Miami, given to the top kicker in college football. Lynch pressure from the backside. He's going to go down. Sacked. And Orlando has been stout on a revamped offensive line until that moment. It's Will Clark out of West Virginia.
Boyko, the new offensive lineman, was late. He didn't know the snap count. He was late. Well, he just got here about 2 or 3 days ago. That's how that play was made.
It is 4-down territory, no doubt about it, and a flag.
We have 10-second option rule. We got false start 77, so we're going to have options for it. They're going to want it.
Wow.
False start?
Left, Seattle. Throw it to number.
While the clock was running, false start, number 77 of the offense. This is a 5-yard penalty. This is also a 10-second subtraction.
That is a huge blow, and this is what Terrell Buckley has seen through the first 2 weeks of the year. Can't get out of their own way. 3rd and 13 for Paxton Lynch. This one is close, though. They can taste it. That has not been the case in the first 2 weeks, with a 33-12 loss to Houston and a 30-12 loss to San Antonio.
This is where all the stuff you talk about in practice, about belief, about one play at a time.
All right, let's do it.
You keep everything from falling off the rails.
Lynch taking a shot, sideline, up and over. Lance Lenoir makes the catch. There's life for Orlando.
We heard when Robert.
We want to go twins left. Okay, we okay. Twins left.
And that is Josh Hawkins down. Hawkins is the highest graded player on the Arlington defense, according to Pro Football Focus.
When Robert Ford was calling this play, we heard him say throw it to number, and it cut out. It sounded like he was going to say to number 4, Lance Lenoir, recently acquired within the last week.
Oh, that's awful, though, that we see Hawkins at the same time grabbing his right knee. Lance Lenoir, an undrafted free agent, signed by Dallas in 2017. Out of Western Illinois, the catch of the night. But right now the concern is Josh Hawkins. The corner out of East Carolina is down in pain. Hawkins Hawkins, a 3-year veteran of the NFL, 32 games, including 3 starts, the last with the Eagles in 2018.
Hey, Lowell, Sam Hawkins also stepped away from football for a year, and he's been doing some acting. Actually has been in a few films in Hollywood, and then came back to the game because of the XFL to have that one last shot at going to the NFL. But you know, he has a life away from football right now. But I mean, you talk to anybody on this Arlington team, they love 28.
And he has been awesome, Fitz.
He's the leader of that defense. I was talking to him on the field before the game, and he talked about how he leads his guys and guides his guys. This will be a tough loss for Arlington.
But you
Correct.
see
42 on the clock. 42 on the clock.
So that's Dean Blandino addressing the clock situation, bringing that back to 42 seconds. So what's happening right now,
Ball
Dean?
hit the ground.
So we actually had a really good look on the low end. So
Ball
the
will
pass
be
was
returned
actually
to the
incomplete.
previous
The
spot.
receiver went to the ground.
Down.
The ball came loose, hit the ground, and then he regained control of it. We had a real good look on the low end zone.
Did not see that one. Awesome job by you and your crew, Dean.
And one of the new rules in the XFL, and Dean just talked about it, if there's a game-altering play within those final 2 minutes, it can be reviewed.
Lance Lenoir thought he had the catch of the night. Let's take a look. So 2 hands. Oh, the ball comes out just at the last moment. Great job by Dean Blandino and his crew to catch that one. Now this is the final shot. Make it or go home. 0-3. Do the Guardians have some 4th down magic? Lynch going deep. Sideline. Is it caught? Out of bounds. Into the hands of Charleston Rambo. But Lynch let him out of bounds just a little bit on a tough throw. You got a feel for this Orlando team. So close, Sam.
So close. This is a 4th down. You see the catch, but he couldn't get that one leg in bounds. In the XFL, you only need 1 foot, 1 hand, 1 body part, and knee, anything in bounds. It looks a little close, so I'm sure Dean will be reviewing it.
So that is Rambo, and that, I mean, to me, clearly, that looks like the foot comes down out of bounds. It is the college rule when it comes to
Frank, hold it up for a second.
receptions. It just needs to be 1 foot inbounds, and Dean Blandino saying hold play. They're going to get this right.
So I'm on this high end zone when I've got a right foot down, but by the time he gains control, I've got both feet coming off the ground, and then we've got a body part hitting out of bounds. So I got incomplete. I'm going to look at one more angle here, which is my far handheld. And again, when he gets control, I've got both feet off the ground, and then we've got a good ruling of incomplete. We're clear, Frank. We're clear.
I mean, Dean, we're talking just inches right there. Victory formation as Kyle Sloter moves to 1-0 as the starting quarterback of the Arlington Renegades. They were just looking for some sort of spark. It's not a lot on the scoreboard, but it is a win for Bob Stoops.
And that's all that mattered. It didn't matter about how you got the job done. It was simply about getting the job done. That's what we saw in this game.